Hey there, Marina here. I just had a client session, and so I was inspired to talk about this topic. There is this whole concept in Fast UFT of you are doing it to you. When you think of an old memory, your mother and father are not really there. Who are the actors? It's you. Inside you, doing this, hurting yourself. And you do it unconsciously, maybe not even consciously, like things are showing up, ruminating, even feelings. It's you doing it to you. But I want to look at this from another angle. Is it really you doing it to you, or is it happening? Do you have any control whatsoever of the thousands of thoughts that are popping into your head every day? Do you have any control of them? The thoughts you have control over are the ones you're directing, like me right now directing my speaking to talk about a certain topic. I can pick and choose the thoughts that I'm going to say, although it's happening kind of real time. But are you really doing it to you? I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it, and I'm not sure it really matters. So I'm not here to really disprove that, because I think it's a very helpful thought to really realize what's real when you are thinking about memories. It was very helpful to me when I learned this through Fast CFT initially, that when I think of my mom did this to me or my dad did that to me, in that moment I'm just hurting myself because they're not around. So it's very logical and simple, it makes sense, and it helps you take responsibility. The only piece that I'd like to be a little cautious about is when you really use this strong language of you are doing it to yourself. I'm not sure that's true every time, and this is not about a judgment or snap out of it kind of harsh way of looking at things, but really looking, well, are you really doing it to you? Do you always have that choice? I think the only choice really is to notice what's happening versus going down the line of the victim thinking and really believing that, yes, they did it to me and this is why I am the way I am is because they hurt me, and that all happened in the past, and you start really justifying it, then yeah, as you go down that line of thinking, that is one path. Or when every time you feel a certain way, where you feel blocked or you feel victimized in some way, it's an opportunity when those thoughts kind of just blast you. They just come in. Like, do you have any control over, while you're washing the dishes, that your thoughts about your mom yelling at you come in, or the boss said? You didn't think of that consciously, it just kind of came in. And why does that happen? Well, my theory is, and it's been kind of proven over and over as I do this work, is it comes in because it is an opportunity to just stop and look at it. It's almost like a little child who comes up to you and pulls at your skirt or your pants and goes, "Hey, look at me, look at me." And you're like, yeah, go away. And it keeps tugging at you, first very gently, very softly, like a thought coming in. And then it'll get louder and louder until you finally look at it, until you finally deal with it, whether it's through tapping or inquiry or any other way. But to really stop and not just take your words for it and really believe those pictures are actually true that are coming through, or the feelings that are here that you really are uncomfortable with. When you finally stop and face it, those thoughts don't pester you anymore, do they? Because you've really seen them. The pictures in your mind, they don't keep flashing in because you really see them for what they are. So I think it's always happening. Whether you're consciously torturing yourself for whatever reason, over and over, talking about how this person or that person did this or that to you, yeah, that's you doing it to you. That's you not stopping and actually looking at the validity of, is that really true? Is that what's really happening? Or am I just talking about this feeling over and over again that I haven't resolved, and I don't really want to feel it, but I want to talk all around it and about it, hoping if I fix it out here in the words and the pictures and I shuffle things around and fix it, that this feeling will go away. That it could happen, it's one way, but you can go direct route and go straight to the feeling when thoughts come up. Using them, it's the opportunity. Robert Smith used to talk about this too a lot, about how what you resist persists. We all know that saying. And that resistance, that stuff, the dark things that show up in you that you really are either afraid of or don't want to go there, they are your gold mine. They are your present, your gift. They are your opportunity to look at whatever's showing up, whether you create it, whether you're doing it to you, or whether it's just showing up. It's just your opportunity to look, to really look at literally the words that are coming through your mouth or your mind, the pictures that you are so enmeshed in that you think that it's actually real in that moment, when in reality you're washing the dishes. But to stop and pull it up as like, this is an image in my mind, this is not actually happening. And yet, there's nothing to judge about that, even though you intellectually understand that. What is this picture attached to that I don't want to feel or look at or come to terms with? Generally, it will be attached to a feeling that these words and pictures are bringing our attention, because that's what we're operating in most of our time. We're kind of in the logistics and in thoughts, and thoughts being words and pictures, or maybe even sounds. We're kind of operating up here. They come to our attention, trying to get our attention, but we avoid them because this feeling comes with them. These words and pictures are here to show us exactly what we haven't accepted and allowed, haven't come to really be with and allowed into our experience, made peace with it, however you want to call that. Use the words and pictures that come in as a gateway in to the feelings. They are just a little map showing breadcrumbs all the way to the feeling. If you get quiet enough and you just look directly at a picture, if you really listen and look directly at the thoughts that are coming in, you will become aware of what they're attached to. Sometimes thoughts, initially you're aware of the pictures they're attached to. And you'll see it, then you just move gently to the picture and really see it. This is in Living Inquiries way of just really being with what's coming up and asking some questions sometimes. But if you can just do that, you don't even need your questions. You don't even need to tap. If you can just stop, look at the words, notice what they're attached to. They're going to be attached to imagery, movies, visuals, sounds, basically your five senses. They're going to be attached to sensations in the body, physical or emotional. If you can just stop and notice all of that, these words and pictures, thoughts that are coming in, whether you're doing them, you keep ruminating, or they're coming out of left field from nowhere, it doesn't matter. It's an opportunity to stop, notice what's here, what's the relationship between the words, the pictures, and whatever sensations going on that often is called, unwanted emotions or sensations or physical pain. These are all roadmaps, like arrows pointing down, of what you are not aware of and what you are running away from or afraid of, you name it. So I'm kind of being very general, but I wanted to make this video. Are you doing it to you? Or are you here with an opportunity? Is it just happening? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter which way you believe and what resonates more for you. Both of them are opportunities to just stop and look and feel and come to terms and peace with, whether it's through tapping or through inquiry or other methods. I'm going to lean on the side of it's just happening now, because even if I'm ruminating over something that I'm just like kind of over and over again thinking about something because I'm just not resolved about something in my life, even that process of once that thinking process starts, kind of started happening to me. Something triggered that. And it is something from within, something from outside triggering what's within. So to me it seems more and more that it's just kind of happening now. And I can just sit back and relax, because I can guarantee that I will be triggered at some point in my life. I don't have to look for it. I don't have to dig and fix and solve anything. Life will bring it to me. So I might as well relax. I might as well enjoy the level of presence that I'm able to be with in my life, because it's a guarantee that either someone or something is going to trigger me again, and then that will be my opportunity to look. So that's all I wanted to say. Thanks for listening. See you again sometime soon, I hope. Okay, bye.